Hi, I'm Monalisa Gupta. I graduated from ITBHU in 2006 in Computer Science and Engineering, and I did my MBA from IIM Ahmedabad in 2011-2013. My major was marketing, but my internship was product management. That is when I got introduced into product management. And the first book that my mentor suggested was Inspired. So it's been a journey since 2013 to 2021, and I have read numerous books, followed a lot of product management, done a real, cracked a lot of interviews, and done a lot of real product management work. So I understand the day-to-day challenges as well. And now I feel like that I think I can help others get into product, which is such a challenging and very fulfilling kind of a domain. And I picked up this piece because this is the crux of product management, and I hope you find this relevant. We'll keep my presentation will be very short, but I'll keep it very interactive. So I would ask the group to share freely if you want to gain from this conversation. And please have a pen and paper ready because we would be solving case studies. So giving you 1 or 2 minutes to get your pen and paper ready. Sarika, good to go?
Yeah, I think we can take a minute pause wherein everyone can, get back with a pen and paper. Not sure if everyone has it handy already.
Yeah, so just please just acknowledge in the chat if you have pen and paper ready. You just say okay, okay, so I can see the chat.
I think we can start, Mona Lisa.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so first of all, let's break the ice. So what do you understand from product design questions, and how many have you ever attempted product design questions? And generally people fear product design questions, and so I would want to understand from the participant what is their current experience. Okay, I'll pick up people then. Soumya Goteti, can you share your experience with product design?
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. I'm actually working for a services company. So with during development, we do design of the the application, design of the application, but directly product design I was not involved in.
Okay, so what I understand, Soumya, is that since you are here, you want to venture into product company and join and seek product management.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, have you do you know about product design questions? Have you what is your experience till now? Have you solved product design questions?
As part of case studies? Or?
Yeah, as part of case studies.
Yeah. So correct. So what exactly you want me to answer? I'm not sure.
Okay, so what I wanted you to answer is, have you ever come across product design questions earlier before my presentation? I'll cover that. I just want to understand the composition of the group.
Okay. Product design meaning, is it like UX design or?
No, product design question is a product case study question. Let me clarify first. And what you do in product design is, there are 3 types of product design question. Either they would ask you to say design a registry for a marriage, or they would say improve say iPhone, Apple iOS, or they can say improve Uber Maps. And or they can ask you a simpler question, which is like what is your favorite product, and then build on that. So these are 3 or 4 types of product design questions. Can you please, all of you, can you please raise your hands if you have done at least one product design question till now?
Monalisa, sorry, I don't have product management experience as well, but I've played the role of a product owner to some extent. I hope I have got your question right. So, but what I would say, the challenge is for product design is that to get all the requirements at one go, to get all the requirements from the client or the internal teams the first time itself. I feel the challenge is that the person you're talking to, obviously you would not be able to visualize how the product will look like later on, and they obviously get more and more uh, changes to make, variations of what they would have initially given. So I feel that's one of the challenges.
Okay, I think I thought this group would have some experience with product design, so I would start
Monalisa,
with.
sorry to interrupt you. I would also like to share my view on this. I have also gone through some questions. So there I could experience that the question seems to be very generic, but the answer they need some specificity. So there is some vagueness in the question. So that there initially the requirement gathering and the we can say the initial approach or the framework, there should be something like that to crack the question.
Okay, yeah, that is what I'll touch on. I think I got your name correct, Kirti. So basically we'll touch on how to approach product design question, what are the frameworks available and how you can apply to it. And basically we are demystifying the product design questions today. Can so I'll do one thing. I'll give so I would not unravel the everything just now. Let's do a case study together, and then we can understand how to give a proper product design answer. Because I believe that whenever you do something, you learn more instead of just me telling you how it is done. Does that make sense to the community?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you, guys. Just be very interactive. We'll keep it very interactive because it's we learn if we interact more. Okay, let's move to our first question. Okay, so this is a real-time Microsoft interview question. There is a theme park. Design a solution for reducing wait time in the theme park. So I would, it is 4:42 now. I'll give you 10 minutes to write down how you will approach it, and then we will do a mock session and I'll say how we should go about it. Does that make sense to everybody? Sarika, 10 minutes would be fine.
Monalisa, one question. So wait time in the theme park, meaning wait time near to enter the park, or is it wait time near the each ride for each ride?
First of all, I must say that this is a very good part of solving the question, asking the clarifying question. So kudos for that. Yes, reducing wait time in theme park means, so there are a number of rides in the theme park, and basically you want to reduce people's wait time before they enter those rides and before they enter the theme park. So it's all the wait time. Either you want to enter the theme park or you want to reduce the wait time for a particular ride, everything.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So it is 4:43. You can ask me clarifying questions and I would be happy to answer. And you can write down your solution by in another 9 minutes or so.
Hi, Monalisa. This is Divyam. I have a question. What will be the different age groups for this particular theme park?
Good question again. So basically, we look at users before we design for a problem. So you tell me what are the different, like how will you classify the users?
So based on height and based on age groups, the users can be classified. So there will be like few rides relevant for like children. There will be like few rides for adults, and there are rides which required some like height to enter. So we can classify like our public on basis of age groups and their height, and even we can classify them further as well. Even like for children, there will be some rides for children who are less than 7, for some rides who are children from age group from 7 to 10.
I think what you should all do is you should classify the types of users as per your understanding and pick one set of users and work on the solution.
Okay.
Does that sounds good?
Okay, so like maybe like we can start with like children.
Okay,
like before
yeah,
focusing
so
on adults.
yeah, so you can pick up, there are two things. You can either pick up small children from age group 3 to say 9 years, or you can pick up elderly.
Okay.
So these two, so there are 4 or 5 types of personas. One would be very young children, then there would be teenagers, then there would be adults, and then there would be elderly with challenges. So either pick very small children from 4 years to 8 or 9 years of age, or pick elderly.
Hi Monalisa, Sachin here. Are the
Hi.
so what part of the where are we in time? If I were to do this, so different design choices can happen based on how much of the theme park is already built, right? So is this theme park already built, or the solution that's being designed is even before the theme park is built, I am optimizing the rides and the spaces and all of those ahead of time? Where are we in terms of
yeah, it is a very good question. In terms of the clarity, what is the state of the theme park? So the theme park is already existing. You can imagine a Disneyland or a Singapore Universal Studios kind of a park, if with any theme park that you have been to, and imagine an already existing theme park, and you have to improve you have to make it better.
all right, thanks.
Guys, another 5 minutes to go. Please think on your feet and ask me questions if you are getting stuck up anywhere, or if you need clarity. I would be happy to help. And I must say that in product design, it's a mutual collaborative kind of a process, and you have to work with the interviewer to solve the problem. You are the conversation driver, but interviewer will help you take a particular direction.
Hi, this is Sudhindra, and sorry, I could not, I couldn't really hear the answer to the first question that was asked. So, is this waiting time for the entrance of the theme park or for each of the rides? Sorry, you called it an answer. I could not hear it clearly.
Okay, so it is for entrance of the rides as well as entrance to the theme park.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
So Monalisa, I think I'm trying to reframe the question for myself. Reducing the wait time is rooted in a problem that that theme park is trying to solve, right? So if I in my if I were to attempt to fix this, which is a problem, which seems to be a problem for the theme park, I will try to unbundle this a little more, because is wait time the one that is reducing people's happiness in this journey, or an allied thing of like fatigue that connects to them walking and waiting, or seeing that there are a lot of people in front of them, right? So is this the lowest possible element at which we're trying to solve the problem, or this is what we have and we're open to kind of getting more information to figure out what is the problem, what is the level at which we're trying to solve?
Okay, so basically, you have to think from the user and the customer perspective. So basically, when I enter a theme park, I want less time spent at the entry, and I want easy access to the rides. And I would say it is both of those things, that I don't want fatigue. I don't want a lot of people in the line. It discourages me. So you can go through all these challenges as part of the solution. Does that help you?
So I'm trying to look at it. I guess I don't think it's answered my question. What I was looking for is this the fundamental level at which we are trying to solve the problem? Because if I'm thinking in a customer's shoes, for me, I wait time is not directly what will cause me to feel okay, this was a shitty experience, this was a bad theme park experience. If that is bundled with someone or something else, or it is rooted in something else, is what will be my bigger concern. Like if my wait time is 10 minutes, but I have other things that kind of keep me occupied, or I know for a fact that this ride has a 10-minute waiting time, that information is visible to me, and maybe then I then take a call on, oh, maybe I'll do this and come back, I'll go to the view and come back. But what is the that is what I'm trying to get. Is it okay, efficiency wise, I want to reduce the wait time for all rides, or is it that customer satisfaction seems to be connected to something on wait time, and I want to get to that? So I don't really need to solve wait time per se. I can, but if I can also understand what are the other things that are affecting and look at them as well, which is what I was trying to get at. Like, is wait time the primary thing that I'm trying to that you want us to solve?
We did a survey in the theme park, and we came to the conclusion that people are complaining about wait times and long queues. And currently people don't have any other activity to keep them occupied during the wait time.
Thank you. That answers my question.
Yeah.
Hi. Can we provide an order of rides? For example, let's suppose there are 10 rides in the entire theme park, right? And if let's suppose a family of 4 enters, so in the ticket we can write down that you have to first visit this ride, then this number ride, then this ride, then this ride, and this order can be random for different kind of people who are entering. It can be a single person also, and can be a family also. So for a family, we'll provide one order of ride for the entire family. So I think this is the way we can reduce the the lines inside the ride.
Okay, we'll discuss the solution in some time. May I know your name? Sorry, I'm not able to see. Yeah, Shantanu. Yeah, hi Shantanu. So we are not jumping to solutions for now. That is one mistake that everybody does, that they jump to the solutions. So basically, you are gazed at structured thinking for a problem in product design. We'll go through that. Please think on your feet, and I think it is 4:54 now. So is everybody done? Please raise your hand in the participant list, so I can confirm that you are done, and then we can start with the solution. Divyam is done. Srichand is done. Kirti, Soumya is done. What about Arihant and Gaurav? Sudhindra is done. Mokshit, Satish, Sayan.
Yeah, Monalisa, Gaurav this side.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I logged in 15 minutes late. So just, I suppose the task you have given is to design a solution for reducing the wait time in the theme park.
Right.
Okay, yeah, okay, understood.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's wait for 2 more minutes, guys, and then we can start. Gaurav, you can take a little bit of more time, and I'll start the solution, but maybe I think I hope you get some time to think about it.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, is everybody done? I think we are at 4:56, so I think we should start in the respect for time. So yeah, so I'm starting. So basically, this is one question. So we'll look at how we should approach a product design question, and then we'll do a mock one-on-one kind of a thing. Okay, so this is some sort of a framework that I have mentioned here. First is that whenever you are given a product design question, you ask clarifying questions. You work with your interviewer to specify the goal. Then you define the user personas and the pain points. Then you pick up one user and define the use cases. Then you prioritize between those use cases and come up to solutions, and then you summarize the solutions. Does the framework sound feasible to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So anybody who wants to do I need volunteers, somebody who can do a mock run with me, and I can show how to run a product design interview. Volunteers, please.
I'm okay to
Divyam,
one.
Yeah, I can volunteer, Monalisa.
Okay, hi Divyam. So let's start. So we are going to do a mock interview run, and I am your interviewer, and you are interviewing for your dream company, and your question is how to reduce wait time for theme park, like at the entrance and at the other rides as well, and improve the user experience. So how will you go about it, Divyam?
So I have like few follow-up questions. Like firstly, can you specify me like this particular theme park is built for what age group? What type of people I can expect for this theme park?
So it's so have you ever been to a theme park?
Yeah, I've been to a theme park.
Okay, so the theme park. So when we talk about first of all, you need to tell me what are the personas that you have identified.
So like what I have identified, like I will be doing the survey, and I'll be dividing my public into different age groups, and also according to their heights, because all our rights have a standard height to enter and a standard weight. So I'll be like creating different groups. Like there will be a group of kids. In that group of kids, I'll be creating three subgroups. One will be like from age 7 to 10, then age 11 to 13, and then age 14 to 16. Like there is a huge difference of growth and height between kids of age 14 to 16 and kids of age 7 to 10 and even 11 to 13. And then there will be a separate group for adults, which will be 18 plus groups, and I will be like subgrouping those adults on the basis of their height.
Okay, so give me now you tell me, Divyam, that which persona you would want to pick and why.
Like we can like start with a kid of 14 to 16. Like a kid of 14 to 16 have like most of the rights they can enjoy, and if they have like height more than like, let's say 5 feet, they can even like attend rides of adults as well. So I'll be
Okay.
like going with 14 to 16. Yeah.
Okay, perfectly fine. We can go ahead with this persona. Now you tell me how will you go about it? What is your next step?
Okay, so like solving the like wait time, like shall I, like I have a question, like shall I straight jump to my solution, or shall I ask
No.
other few questions as well? Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask as many questions as you want, and that is part of your interview. So You have to ask as many questions and just clear all your doubts firsthand only.
So currently, what kind of queue management are we using to manage the rush and queues for our rides and during the entry?
Currently, we are using a little dated but automated kind of a solution. So you get so what happens is that with every ride, so you at the entrance you get a general entry to the park, and with every ride you have to get another ticket for that ride, and then you get a number. And currently the wait time is a lot, and the people and it is very hot and humid, and people are very restless in the queue.
Okay, so you specified like we need to like take tickets for entering every ride, and can you also specify me like what areas and what age groups gets the most rush, where like it is really like hard to manage the queue?
The age group is between 18 to 32, which is the major chunk of the population. And since I have asked you for a solution, you can revamp the entire solution and come up with something from scratch. So I'll be okay with that. Like it's not that you have to improve the current system only. You can come up with a completely new system as well.
Okay. So talking about like my solution, so to like decrease wait time, one thing I'll be ensuring that like the theme park has enough space and enough rows to accommodate like accommodate the rush of public, so they can accommodate like multiple queues. And like what approach I'll be using is like on the entry, when the public or maybe a kid or the adults are buying the ticket, they will be like given a band with a QR code, and there will be a separate band for every age group, uh, and that QR code will be unique to everyone coming to the coming to the park. And like they need to like tap that QR code into the in the entry while entering the ride or while entering the park. So this can save some time, like if we are doing manual management, if you're using a human there, this can save some time, like by using the QR code. Another thing what will happen is, like as you mentioned, like there are few rides, especially from 18 to 32, they gets very jam packed. There gets a lot of rush there. So what we can do there is we can use a camera. That camera will track like how many people are standing in a row, right? And every ride will be having a specific throughput. Like it can only accommodate, let's say, 40 people during one ride, right? And every ride has a specific throughput, and that camera will calculate whether the people standing in my wait list are equal to that throughput or less than throughput. If the number of public standing in the queue is more than the throughput, then we won't let anyone to enter in that queue. So so that we won't let them enter into the like wait queue. We will only like open our queue once we are sure that we can let them cross our queue in less than like 2 minutes. So we will not like let them wait. They can like chill or maybe explore the theme park until their ride gets open. And uh, along with that, so like we will be having a digital system for entry, as I mentioned, using a QR code, and we will be having a camera trapping for calculating the throughput of our rides. And another thing, like I will ensure like in the areas where I've observed like there is a lot of rush, let's say in the entry, or let's say in the entry of some children park or in the entry of adults park, I will ensure that I have enough space, like more than 5 rows or 6 rows, so I can accommodate multiple queues. This will also like decrease the wait time. If we have a single row, like let's say 1 row or 2 row, that will
Okay,
increase the wait time. Yeah.
Divyam, you gave me 3 solutions and you picked up a user persona from 18 to 22. Can you talk about a bit about the pain points before jumping to the solution?
Okay. So talking about the pain point, like one pain point could be like the age group of 18 to 22 has entered the theme park. Firstly, they are waiting while getting after buying the tickets, they are waiting for a long line before they enter the theme park. Then after entering the theme park, they have to like wait before entering their favorite rides which they want to try. So like they have a lot of like wait time, and this might like decrease their like happiness level while enjoying the theme park.
Okay, nice. What are
And
the
and
other
another
pain points you
another
can think about?
and another thing would be like like theme park is a very like big area. You don't know like at what time which rides are open, at what time uh, like the waiting list is empty in any particular ride. So maybe we can have a dashboard, or maybe on a dedicated app for our theme park, where our users can get to know like in which rides they can go, and they can like straight away like enjoy that ride. We can even show some automated time, like how much time it will take to stand in a queue for this particular ride, so they can plan their journey in the theme park. So this is also a pain point for them. They don't know like which ride or which zone will have less rush.
Okay, good point. Can you think of more pain points and then cover use cases after you are done with the pain points?
A more pain point could be if we don't have a standardized groups. If we have not like done a good survey of our groups, like what will be the required standard height for this particular ride. So maybe like there could be some mishappening. Like we cannot allow a kid of let's say 10 or 12 to enter a ride or for adults. So there should be like a focus on standardization as well, and even on like entries for those rides, we can have a good method to check their height, rather than having a using a human person there, because there could be a human error as well.
Yeah, good point. So I think we are done. So let me frame it for the group at large. So first, what we did was we asked clarifying questions. Our goal is to reduce wait time. And can anybody answer why do we want to reduce wait time? Like what will lead, what will be the result of reducing the wait time? What is our goal?
Better user experience. Yeah.
Awesome. More people?
So if we able to reduce the wait time, people have more time to enjoy the rides, and this is the overall objective of any theme park. So the propensity to come back will be more.
Okay, good. Anybody else wants to try before I move on?
If we reduce the wait time, people will not be in the boredom, and so they could enjoy the theme, the rides, and they will have the great user experience.
Awesome. So basically, we are all talking about customer obsession. So when you are a product manager for an app or for an organization, you should be completely obsessed with the customer and should be focused on reducing his problems and solving his pain points. And Divyam picked up 3-4 personas, and then he figured out that he should focus on one teenager segment, which is part of the larger segment 18 to 32, and we focused on that. So Divyam did one mistake of jumping straight away into the solutions. So this order should follow the order that is on the screen. First, you must ask the clarifying questions, then you should come to a goal, And this is where your clarifying questions will lead to the goal. And then you talk about user personas and pain points. This is where your customer obsession comes out. And then you talk about what are the use cases, like what are the scenarios where the user will interact with the theme park. Can anybody want to give a try on that? Like, what are the use cases in the theme park?
Can you say that again, Monalisa? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so a use case is a scenario or a task. So suppose I design a alarm clock for physically alarm clock for a blind person. Then he can set an alarm to the use case would be he can set an alarm to get up at a certain time, use it as a stopwatch, listen to music on radio, or yeah, he can get time, he can time something, he can set up a reminder. So these are all use cases. So in a theme park, what are the use cases?
People will have some can go around there'll be fun games, photo booths, right, apart from rides.
Right. Do you want to add something more, or anybody else want to add?
I have a question, Monalisa. So use case are basically the features of our product, like what features it will be having and how our users can use it.
Not exactly. Use cases are not features. Use cases are the scenarios or the tasks that you can do on a product. And based on the use cases, then you say that for solving a particular use case, I'll design a particular feature.
Okay.
So one use case which I could think of in this situation is while waiting in a queue, the family or the friend which come with that particular person who has the responsibility of ticketing is getting bored because they neither have a task of taking tickets nor they are still into the park or still into the ride. So we need to reduce the boring part from their life.
Right. Any more use cases, guys?
I mean, we can users can have a get together kind of place for fun and like reunion events.
Yes, this is a innovative
Stage.
kind of an answer.
Stage performance, we can say.
Stage
We can keep
performance.
stage
Okay.
yeah, so that all age groups users will be engaging and they will enjoy.
So stage
And
performance would be some sort of a, it's not a ride, it's a kind of an event, right?
yeah, the small stage performances just to engage the users which are not doing anything, who are not doing anything.
Yeah, conducting some free fun games or
Yeah,
keeping some photo booths like
because
cut
in
out with animals.
games also mostly the children will be occupied but still their parents and all. So here if we keep the stage performance, the children will be also doing some performances and their family will be uh, enjoying those performances, and so obviously there will be some fun if all age
Okay.
category people are doing that activity. And even with this we can add small uh, food stalls in between so that they can also have some food. And
Okay, so this is the design of the theme park to reduce the problems. Now, when we talk about use cases, the idea is to look at user journey inside a theme park or with the product. So, so first of all is that suppose there is a family visiting the theme park, then I need to, there are certain use cases that I can identify. This could be one of the answers. It's a very open-ended kind of a question. So you can take it either way. If your answer is structured, you get through. So what I'm taking is that if I am asked the use cases, I would say that a user who enters the theme park in a family, he needs to spend time being engaged in the theme park. He does not want to get bored, as many of you said. Then the second thing is he want to keep track of his family members, And there could be elderly, there could be small children, there could be adults, there could be teenagers in the family group, and everybody should have something to do in the theme park. And there is a way to for the family to come together again, to find each other if they are engaged in different activities. Then there could be some activities in which the family can participate as one, or there could be activities where teenagers have uh, some activities specific to the teenager and some activities specific to the elderly and all of that. Does these use cases make sense to you?
One question. So in the previous step, while selecting user personas, we have prioritized that 18 to 20 to 30 group is more in number, the who are coming to the theme park. So while defining use cases, do we consider only that age group or do we consider overall all age groups?
So generally, when you have defined a persona, you have to consider only that use cases. And then so basically, there are 4 or 5 personas here. There could be very small kids, there could be teenagers, there could be adults, there could be elderly. So 4, and then there could be categorization based on height. So we have already agreed, since I am giving a general help on the question, I covered all sort of use cases that I could come across. But when you have defined a persona, then you have to define the use cases for that persona. So basically, if I'm designing a alarm clock for a blind, then I'll just design for the blind. And maybe I would say that his partner or people who are not blind should be able to use the alarm as well. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So,
Monalisa, I have one more question. So here, as you said, we have to define the persona and then we have to also define some use cases for that. So here, in my view, there will suppose family is visiting to the theme park, so they should not individually took the rides. Instead of that, they should enjoy together with the family, and because there can be children, small kids, and the elderly also. So I will only keep constraint on the minimum age and maximum age. So suppose if I pick the persona between 10 to 18, 10 to 80 age group, so that means the family will get covered. And so I will think of the family, and so I will try to give the solution which will be scalable and bulletproof. So will cover this range of the age group.
yeah, that is up to you. You can define your personas, you can define your age groups, and you can work on that. You can very well make a statement that you want to design for a family visiting theme park, because there could be single person visiting theme park, there could be an office group visiting theme park, there could be a group of friends visiting theme park, and there could be family visiting theme park. These are other types of personas. So if you think about personas, you can actually zero in on any one of which, and the interviewer can also specify ki, hey, how will you solve for elderly, how will you solve for small kids, all of that. Does that help?
So yeah, so if I clear my, so suppose I clarify my assumptions with him, will that be clear or will that be helpful?
Yeah, that would be very helpful. So the
Because
first step of clarifying questions, you have to clarify your assumptions and why you are making those assumptions.
Okay, so here suppose I have one more solution which is like pre-booking. So if I am doing pre-booking online, so I will be asking this type of questions. So the age group, age, and as well as the height and weight. So I can filter all these things here only.
Yeah, we can talk about that when we move to solutions and when we prioritize them.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So
another use case which came into my mind, like parents will want to know like where their kids are they should have some way to know, like, so they can locate
Yeah.
their family members.
Yeah, so I talked about it earlier that the family member should know where the other members of family are and they can track them. So it is
Yeah.
similar to that. Yeah, good try. Yeah. So guys, are you okay with the format till now? First you have to ask clarifying questions. I'm sorry, I'm being repetitive, but but the framework leads to structured thinking, so it is better to stick to a framework. But at the same time, you should it should not it should not reflect that you have rehearsed the answer. It should be a very free flow kind of a conversation, and but you should follow a structure because you are based on structured thinking. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we covered 4 points. Now we will talk about solutions and prioritize them. So a lot of people talked about a lot of solutions. So I would, if anybody wants to add more solutions, they are more than welcome, and then we'll go how we should prioritize. Anybody wants to add something to the solutions?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sudhindra. I had few solutions. Sorry, it might sound a bit silly. One of the solution was similar to the QR code was suggested earlier. So I thought of having asking people to go for a prepaid ride. So the theme park management knows quite well how many rides have been booked and they can manage the crowd better. The other one is to have multiple entry points for each ride. So instead of just having one entry point and the queue build up in that single entry point, we can have multiple entry points. So that there are multiple, I mean, like more people get into the ride at the same time. So reducing the waiting time. And also, sorry, the last one kind of had is also the rides placed far off from each other, so that and with clear directions where to go for the next ride and so on. So the people know very clearly which way to go, and there won't be any confusions and no crowd at any particular ride as such. Yeah, so these are things I had made a note of. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So anybody wants to add more solution? Otherwise, we can move to prioritize.
One thing which could be added is like doing a, like while mapping out the theme park, like having a flow management, like whether the flow of our people who are entering the rides, exiting the ride, are they at the right flow or not. So we, to ensure that people are not getting rushed up at one singular location, doing a full flow management for the whole theme park.
When you talk about full flow management, what do you mean by that? How are you going to implement that full flow management?
Like let's say we have like 3 zones, right? And like inside a zone we have like, let's say 4 rides, and we need to like and make a flow such like this. Once the user has completed like ride A, the flow should be such like that, like they on exiting they can go to ride B, or like to ensure that people are not getting rushed up at one singular location.
Okay, you are saying that pre-decided order of rides, right? And so that they are clockwise perfect, kind of that.
Yeah, and also they are free, like if they don't want to go to ride A, they can also like join the row of ride B. They are free to do that as well.
Okay. Okay, let me add some. Yeah, please go ahead.
I have one more solution. So as I previously stated that pre-booking, online pre-booking, so it will obviously safeguard the users as well as it will have the better time management. And if with that we can include the free rides which are available, which are not booked. If we can show such information on the website or the online, so it will be also good. So that people who haven't booked or and who are trying to visit a theme park ad hoc, who have ad hoc plans, so they could also enjoy.
Yeah, good idea, Kirti. Um, Anybody wants to
One
add more?
more, yeah, one more, they can give discounts for people, like they can keep weekday discounts, or for people who are coming in certain timing, they would be given discounts so that the crowd is distributed rather than everyone coming at one on weekends or like that. So yeah, like they can offer discounts for people who are coming in the afternoon, so that the crowd is distributed.
Okay. I will add some more solutions which because this was asked to me in my Microsoft interview question. So I can add some more answers here. So what I said was that if we can so I was designing for a family. That was my assumption, and then it was asked that if so you also have to clarify at the start that what are you designing. It is a mobile app, or if you can clarify that at the start, that will give you a clarity which direction you want to go. Do you want to design a mobile app? Do you want to design a website? And how will it work, and how will it help people? So what I did was I said that we would do a pre-planned kind of a system that everything would be automated, and the number of people coming in, we would know where every time. So we will get a real time status that suppose there is a ride known as Transformers in Singapore Universal Studios, then I would know, and it's a very famous ride and everybody wants to go for that. So I would say that I know that currently I'm 14th on Transformer and I'm 5 on say Mummy ride. So I would go for Mummy ride first, and by the time I come back, I would be aligned to the Transformer ride. And the other thing you can also do is that there would be people who would not be internet savvy. So you can also design for them, like you can give them a regular ticket and block some seats for them. Does these solutions look good to all of you?
I
think, yeah.
I have a question. Yeah. Yeah, Shrijan, you may go. Yeah, you were saying something.
Yeah, thanks for first thing that you mentioned as to ask what we're designing. I've not really thought of it. Thanks for sharing that, because I guess not knowing that would mean that how much of the working parts can we move? Can we change the flow? Can we change? Or
Yeah,
are you doing a fix at an app level, or a brochure, or a direction, or a cheat sheet that someone can buy, or whatever, right? So that really changes what is the playground you have to operate. I guess that's such an important question that's not something that I've thought of.
Yeah, so you always have to be, so whenever you get an opportunity, whenever you get a question, then you should ask as many questions as possible. Like you should clarify. Like if somebody says that it's a blind person, then you say, you ask that he's completely blind or he's partially blind? Is his partner also blind? Where does he stay? What is the location? Where he has to travel, and all of that. So clarification is very important. And so if somebody says that I want to design a pen for space, then you say that what kind of pen you have to design. It's a marker, it's a pen, or can I use a pencil, because gravity does not apply to pencil, so I can use a pencil. So your creativity and your if you're able to look at user pain points, then that would impress the interviewer. Does this sound good?
Yes. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Did
So
I think I interrupted you. Sorry.
yeah, no worries. Okay, so now tell me how we have discussed about a lot of solutions, and the group was very interactive and productive. Thanks for that. How will you prioritize these solutions? Like I now I say that I have 5 solutions and I want to prioritize between them, because as a product manager I should know in what time frame I would be implementing something.
Like for prioritizing, like what I'll be thinking about is like which solution will be most impactful, and like for which solution I'm confident that it will work, and a solution which will require the less effort to execute. So I'll be like prioritizing on these parameters.
I would also like to answer. So I would decide the value based on simplicity of the execution, and then also the value which I'm giving to customer. Suppose if my solution B is giving more value, which is not much complex, so I will go with the solution 2. And if my solution 1 is, so according to that, I will prioritize.
Also, I
Okay,
would
good.
like to add like other than like efforts and impact, I will also figure out which solution is taking care of how many user segments. I will be taking that also into account. Like what is the like reach of my solution?
But
How many
if
users?
you talk about impact of your feature or solution, then the number of segments it is reaching out is part of impact, right? It is just a delight to the customer. It is included in the impact.
Yeah, you can say that as well. Yeah. Like reach and
Yeah.
impact.
So
Yeah, you can say it
so
like that.
basically, you can use any framework. Both of you are on the right line. So basically, you can say that implementation complexity should be less. And then you can say, when we talk about implementation complexity, we talk about engineering effort. Is it a very complex solution? And then second thing is you can talk about customer delight or the wow factor. Like if I implement pre-booking and everything is streamlined, then customer would be very happy and there would be no wait time. I'm giving an example. So you can think about that. Then one is implementation complexity, second is customer delight, then third is the impact on the goal. So basically, you can also ask the interviewer, like, my goal is to reduce the wait time, but my goal also towards improving the user experience, or I have to improve the revenue of the park, or I have to get new sign-ups. So it is always better to clarify the goal also. So did you guys get the framework for prioritization?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Monalisa,
So
I
now,
have a question.
yeah.
Yeah. Objective of any business is profitability. Correct. So any organization, large or big or small, startup or Fortune 500, is works for profit. So is it not keeping the profitability or the money part by default into the mind while working on prioritization or even solutions, or asking the interviewer that, okay, do you want me to think about the profitability also or a revenue also?
So actually the thing is that you have limited amount of time, 20 minutes, and you cannot focus on a lot of levers. So it is always better to identify that what does the interviewer have in mind. Most of the time he'll tell you it's either user engagement by reducing the wait time, and the second thing could be the revenue. You should keep profitability in mind, but the thing is you are a product manager, so customer comes first, then profitability. So your idea should be focused more on customer than the business driver.
Okay.
So do you do you agree with my my argument?
Uh, uh, yeah, to an extent, because what I think in any organization, there are many product managers. Somebody is looking after customer engagement and somebody is also looking after the revenue part. So I suppose the interviewer might have thought of, because if they interview me for customer engagement, so my main KRA or North Star metric should be customer engagement rather than the revenue. But if we interview me for revenue product manager or growth product manager, then the approach should be different.
The growth product manager is a variation of a growth hacking kind of a function, which is another ball game altogether. So I think they'll specify at the go if it is a growth hacker kind of a profile or if it's a product manager kind of a profile. But it would be good if you can think in the customer's shoes and look at his pain points instead of just focusing on profitability.
Okay. Noted.
You understood the difference, right? Because we are thinking, we are thinking about the pain points. We are simplifying the life of the customer. So even as a growth hacker and even as any growth product manager, you would want to make the customer's life simple.
Correct.
Okay, Monalisa, I have one thing which I want to discuss. So, like, if I'm, if I introduce some kind of arrangement where we have like deluxe kind of users, or or the people, or I create some kind of sections based on the kind of tickets, like platinum or like who pay more, they will get faster access to the rides, and they will be in they don't have to wait much. So that would be kind of profitable to the theme park as well as the it will increase the revenue to from the profitability perspective, as well as it is reducing the time for the users or the people coming to the theme park to some extent. Yeah, like general category, platinum category, or some kind of some special category, that and the special category people don't have to wait much. They will have a single ticket and they have the access to the rides, and they have their seats reserved. That kind of can be done. But how should I ask the interviewer that can I go for this kind of arrangement, or it would be what are the assumptions, or what should I is it okay to ask the interviewer that can I make this kind of arrangement, or this should be my strategy? How should I put it across to the interviewer in that case?
I understand that, but one thing is there, Arihan. So we are solving for all of the users, and if you are making wait time revenue lever, then what about people in the lowest tier? What about their experience? And it would create a lot of anarchy. It's like going through Tirupati temple and then having a silver pass. I can bypass the lines. That's a good thing to do, but at the same time, I would not say that you cannot implement the solution. You can implement the solution, but at the same time, you should say that I would take steps to reduce the wait time for the lowest cadre as well.
Right. Yeah. Just it is making life simpler and for some people, right? That's what, because otherwise it will be everybody is on a priority. Everybody has a higher priority than nobody. It doesn't resolve the purpose.
But if you look at the first come first serve, it would always have some kind of algorithm, right? The people who come first get first priority.
Yeah.
So it's not always that you know that if somebody came at 9 a.m., then he should not have a larger wait time. With your solution, if I come at 9 a.m. and I bought a general ticket, then I would not get to the ride at all.
Yeah, in that case, if the putting it across that if there are some seats not available in the premium, they can be upgraded to that, like what we have in the current system of Indian Railways. So I'm not taking that as a standard, but yeah, just trying to see if how can we make this experience good for people overall. Yeah. So
Yeah, so you can come up with any solution, and any in case your solution is backed by reasoning and logic, the interviewer will entertain that solution. But one thing is that you are favoring certain users who can pay more, and maybe after a certain point of time the dissent would rise and people would say ki, general category users don't get ticket at all, and have a very bad kind of a service. So that would be a bad thing for the reputation of the theme park, right?
actually, in this case, we are assuming that our services for the general people is not that great, but we are saying that this is great, but we are just the amount of time we are reducing for the upper category. Like, so I totally understood. I'm just trying to understand, ask that whether how should I put this question across to the interviewer, that can I make this kind of arrangement? Is it okay to have this kind of arrangement, like for creating different categories and um, so trying to solve the
um so I gave you certain arguments against that, right? So that your interviewer will also give you arguments against that if they
okay,
are not
okay,
very inclusive kind of
okay,
solutions.
understood.
So I was giving you all the arguments that I could think of against your solution. So be ready for the questioning if you give preference to somebody. But
Got
you
it.
can give the solution, but there would always be questioning on it.
Sure, got it, got it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Monalisa, I have one more point here. So, so there will be always a choice between profitability and the user engagement and user experience. So, being a product manager, as you said, we should be more product centric, not the profit oriented. So here, shall we ask the question which will ask about the business goals of the organization, so that we can align our solution to that business goal?
So we don't talk of it like a business goal. We talk of the like I gave you a question that we have to reduce the wait time, right? So you can ask me what is your goal. Then I can tell you that I want to increase user engagement, and I want to increase the happiness quotient of the user. So as I said earlier, it is always good to clarify the goal, but this is not the business goal. This is the goal of the interviewer that he has in mind.
Okay, yeah, got it. So depending on the interviewers statement, we should align our answer. Okay.
Yeah, so always ask the interviewer, why should I reduce the wait time? Or you can say, you can even suggest that I want to reduce the wait time and this would have an impact on user engagement. Do you want me to focus on user engagement, or do you want me to focus on monetization? What? So he'll give you a direction.
Thank you, Monalisa.
Okay.